Yo, we are back for the final episode of your favorite late night podcast that we sometimes shoot during the day. This is Late Night with Nate and Adrian, and I'm Nate Galloway.
And I'm Adrian Brandyberg. The final episode of this year. Let's clarify that. Of
Yes,
this
yes, yes.
year. You
Thank
right.
you, Bugs. The final episode of this year because we ain't going nowhere. We're gonna be here in 2024 with y'all. Shout out to the day ones, like, subscribe on all of your podcast platforms. Boogie! As you said, we are back for the final episode of this year. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great, man. We are it's kind of like I have not imagined I can't imagine uh us actually saying these new years like verbally 2024, that just sounds fake. It sounds made up. But the fact that once again the universe has surprised us and said, yeah, we're gonna be making up these years for the good amount of history.
A little bit
2024
more
is here.
time, It's like
Yeah,
store a little bit more life for you guys. So here you are in 2024.
I appreciate it. This burning sun that we need in order to live has decided to still bless us with
I'm not gonna crap out just yet, even though
with
y'all
life.
trying y'all damnedest
Right.
with all of this global warming. I'ma still be here. But your kids though,
Boy, oh
they
boy.
may not. Is what you're saying.
Yeah, I went to a museum
Okay,
the
okay,
other
okay.
week with some girlfriends, and I was just like, "Damn, we out here destroying this planet right now."
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, and it's just only reason why I bring that up is because we were at the dinosaur exhibit,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, okay, so dinosaurs were here for X amount of time, and then an asteroid was like, nah, not anymore. It it started it over, and I'm like, all right, so when is it gonna be our time to be like, not anymore? And I realized we are very much compared to the dinosaurs, we're very much like we haven't even scratched the surface of like the time that the dinosaurs have been occupying the earth
Yeah.
versus us humans. So we good, y'all. We got a little bit of time left.
I feel like though this is kind of like you're saying like your biological clock is ticking. So you were like, when is Earth like Earth's biological clock is ticking? Like how much
Yeah,
time do we have left? It does make you kind of wonder though, because I mean it is like what the middle of December and it is like
right.
damn near 60 degrees outside in
Yeah,
most winter areas.
yeah.
So I mean, yeah, time is
I
ticking.
I don't know. It's just triggering my like it's triggering my response to be like, let me make sure we good around here. You know what I mean? So
Got my insurance
right.
all
Let me
locked in.
tighten everything up. You know what I'm
We'll
saying?
make sure I got a little escape plan. You know what I'm saying? No, so this is why you should buy property in the Midwest. Buy property in the Midwest. For those of you folks who live in New York, all those East Coast people, all those who live on the West Coast, what do you think's about to happen?
We've
When it's
seen
getting
too
warmer
many
and warmer.
yeah, we've seen too many movies, okay? End of the world, all of that. The end of time, whatever. Make up yeah, it's too many
The
movies out
Midwest
here.
is safe.
Yeah, that is where it's at. Let me just say that much.
You're just
But
gonna
how you
start
feeling though?
seeing mass properties being bought up in Wyoming and shit.
Man, I feel like that's what's happening now, but
It's like,
that's
oh, you ain't up on the real estate game in Wyoming? It's
mm,
like, no, I'm trying to survive.
not at all. No, but I'm feeling
Oh
good, feeling
man,
great. How you feeling? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Pardon to the day ones that you getting this episode so late. We were gonna do an episode, but I was tired. I was tired.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. They know.
Bugs.
They
Um,
love us. They understand. Sometimes you need to rest, relax, relate, release.
and boy, did I need that. I've been out on the road.
Okay, talk your shit
Um,
then. Talk your shit. You know what I'm saying? Talk your shit.
the homie shot a comedy special, so I went out there to Baltimore to do that, and it was cool. So being around, obviously, I talk about getting my feet back wet again, and around the stage scene, people are you still doing it, and it's like, yes, nigga, just because you don't see me on the stage does not mean I am not still, enthralled in comedy. I'm still doing this comedy thing. Just because you don't see me don't mean I'm not doing it.
That's why I don't respond to none of them. Those are haters. Those
They
are secret haters to me.
low key they are, because it's funny because I seen a couple of comedians on the Chicago scene who were like, got that text that you still doing it text, and I was like, people still send those out. And low key, it's almost like I want to still send out some of them texts to you, like, you still working in that call center, like, are you still
Stop.
or it's like,
You
if
still working
people
on building that LLC? You ain't get that
exactly
LLC yet?
still out here going to scam cons and all these things. Like, what
Uh,
are we doing here? Like,
damn.
stay in your lane, but not
You still doing that pyramid, John?
you still in Forex.
Uh,
Like, all of those things were just like, you know what? Going into 2024, I'm just like, I'm not carrying any of this bullshit, this baggage with me. It's like, I know I'm a creative. I know what I'm out here doing. And some of y'all know what I'm out here doing too. And more of y'all are gonna start seeing it in 2024. So
yeah.
it is
Also,
it is.
it is what it is. Also, man, we moving in silence. Like
Yes.
I feel like a lot of the times when you do tell people what you're doing, sometimes it doesn't come to fruition because of the fact you got all these ears and mouths in your business, all these
Pretty
people in your
much.
business, or it doesn't come out exactly the way envisioned it. So I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna keep it to myself and only to the people that I rock with, you know,
Exactly.
keep it close to the chest until it actually happens. Like I've said this before, but I'm definitely the type of person that will keep it silent and keep it closed mouth and until it actually comes out. People are like, dang, you did that. Why you ain't tell me? I was like, I didn't realize we was that close. But yeah.
See, I like to drop hints sometimes. Sometimes I'd be like, get my Keith Lee on. I'd be like, should I drop it? Should I tell them? Should I give them a little
Nah.
tidbit of what's going on? But for 2024, it's no tidbits. There's no little spoon
You
feeding of
ain't get none of
anything.
that over here.
It's just like, hey, you see it when you're supposed to see it,
For sure.
even if it's the day of. It's like, oh, the day of. I was like, yeah, I hate to drop this on y'all, day of, is
Killing
what it
people's
is.
minds. Yeah, no, you doing it. You doing it right. Keep things, close to the chest and move the way that you know how to move. You know what I'm saying? So
You know what
that's
it
for
is?
everybody. So shit.
I feel like the theme is get out your own way. And
Whoa,
I've already started.
this
There's some
man is
things.
preaching right now. Okay, preach it. All right.
There's some things, Boogie, that I told you about. I was like, okay, 2024, we're making our way back. And you said some things as well, too. And I was like, you know what? This is get out of your way
This is
for
killer
2024. That's what we're
season.
doing.
Killer season. Cameron. Yeah, we doing Cameron all day.
Seeing so many of the homies who are making variety page posts, and
Oh
I'm
yeah.
like, yes, big shout outs to all of the homies. And
Yes,
I was like,
sir.
you know what, Buggy? 2024, we're gonna see our names on some of them posts too. So it's like we're just gonna throw that out there into the atmosphere, the universe, God, quasars, whoever you believe in, they listening, and it's gonna
Not
happen.
quasars. No, but like, yeah, you're totally correct. I feel it inside, and also it just feels good when you see your friends win. So, man,
Yeah,
that's what I want. That's how I know what's gonna happen. It's gonna continue to happen. All these people that have been working their butts off, man. Shout out to you guys, and let's keep it going.
exactly. But in the spirit of keeping things going, it's been quite some time. It has
Yeah,
been
yeah,
quite some time since
true that.
there has been a grinding of them MF'n gears. So
Oh,
what really grinds my gears?
let's get to it. You know what?
let's.
Gotta give you guys an update. I gotta give you guys an update. An update on the Blenders saga. Like, where in the world are Nate's Black Prime 21 glasses at? I
Oh
gotta give you
God.
guys an update. And the update is I still don't have those glasses.
Whoa.
I still don't have my glasses, and I will never get those glasses. I just pretty much I chalked it
Somebody
up
yanked
to,
them. Somebody yanked
oh
them
yeah,
from you.
there someone is, it's either the post carrier or it's just some kid in the neighborhood. Somebody's walking around here fly as hell in some black 21 prime glasses. Coach Prime, I know you listening, so if you hear this and you decide you want to bless me and Buggy with both, I got the gold pair, but if you do want to bless us give another pair of golds, because those are probably my favorites, and a pair of blacks,
You
I'm
want the
100%
blackouts.
cool with it. I'm send Buggy a pair too. Send Buggy a pair too. But they got stolen.
Damn, that sucks.
USPS was like, let's open up an investigation. I'm like, why are we opening up an investigation? Because you're not gonna be like, okay, we found the glasses,
Facts.
So they go through their investigation, they call me and everything, and it was like, well, what happened? And I was like, you're supposed to tell me what
Oh
happened.
God, not the reverse.
I was just like, well, if you want to know what happened, I got an alert that my glasses were in my box. Went to the box, they weren't in the box. I think we could put 2 and 2 together as to where the glasses are. So homie was like, you know what? We've been having some issues with the carrier on your route. And I was like, this is probably the worst time for you to tell somebody that when they're
Yeah.
looking for something. I was like, so this is not going to be a good conversation. On nothing about this conversation I'm going to leave with like, you did a really good job for me, and I'm going to get my glasses. So I already had those expectations that this was a waste of my time.
Especially if you start the conversation with, so what happened?
this is almost starting off like it's a therapy session. I was like, yo, my guy, you're not my therapist. Like, what are we doing? So he's like, you know what I think happened? I think the carrier put them in the wrong bin. That's been happening a lot. And I was like, wait a minute. After the first time this happened, there shouldn't have been even a chance of this happening a lot. There shouldn't be. Yeah, he's been putting stuff in the wrong bin. And I was like, bro, no.
How many chances? Right.
Exactly.
Also, how many chances are you giving this this carrier? Like, is he a Nepo baby? Like, what is going on? Like,
he knows the holidays.
Right.
You giving this brother X amount of chances to continue to put packages in the wrong bin. And of course they sent out an email at the complex. It was like, this is that time of the year where packages are either getting stolen or the names might not be correct. So if you get the wrong package, please bring it to the office and we'll make sure it gets to the correct person. Ain't nobody doing that.
I was just about to say that. What?
If I get a PS5 that mysteriously shows up, do you think I'm going to turn that in? Probably not. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that PS5 is about to be regifted to self. What are you talking about?
I know somebody is in the mirror right now making inspirational videos with my Prime glasses. I just know this. They on their YouTube right now. Hey, it's gonna be a beautiful day. You know what? Eat, pray, and live. That's what they telling people. Like, what?
You can't tell me how I am. I know who I am. You ain't made me. God made me. What in your right mind will make you think that I care about what you think about me? Okay.
Excuses are like assholes.
Right.
But I got one. So why listen to what an asshole has to say about you?
Every darn day I do what I do, you darn tootin'.
So they pretty much were just like, yeah, we'll make sure that we talk to the carriers a little bit more about their moving of their quickness of putting things in the wrong bin. I was like, bro, so I still don't get my glasses.
I was gonna say, and also, if you guys don't know, they are out here, all the carriers are out here working like Hebrew slaves out here. Okay.
Was she gonna say it? Is she gonna say it?
I had to. Just because I've seen a number of videos where people are doing independent, they're doing the 1099 carriers too, where regular people are coming in with their cars and was like, I hope I can get a little less boxes, and they coming out with 1,000 pieces that they gotta distribute in 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, yo.
When you hear them stories about those carriers who are like, I just quit. They just like dump all the packages out on the middle of the street. I understand why. Because when you see, it's like, oh, I'm only doing like 5 packages. No, nigga. It's like you said, it's 1,000 packages, and you're just like, I just want to make a couple extra $100. I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask to be a full-on mail carrier. Like, it's crazy. So, because I had other packages coming, okay. Let me go back. So I contact Blenders because they were like, you know what? Contact the shipper, see what they do. I already had like 2 things sent out from them, FedEx and UPS. Still didn't get here. So I was like, you know what? I just want my money back. I just want my money back. So they're like, okay, boom, send you a refund, but we'll also give you a $15 voucher. And you know me, Boogie, I'm like, why the hell would I use this $15 voucher when you couldn't send me the first glasses on time? I know these other glasses aren't gonna get here on time. They're like, yeah, but this voucher never expires. And I was like, you're not really helping me out here. You're not helping me out here. You're just not. How about a free pair of glasses? You could do that. But never buy any more glasses from Blender. I'm just not. And you know what's crazy? Some of the homies was like, which glasses was it? And I was like, it was the black ones. And they was like, damn, I hope mine get here. You know what? All of theirs got here. All of the homies' glasses got here. So I'm one of the only homies. I got the gold ones. All the homies got the gold ones. And they got the black ones. I'm the homie that doesn't have the black ones. Thank you, Blender. You just messed up all the homies' pictures now. Thank you, Blenders. Thank you.
Well, I hope they hear it and they definitely respond, just so you can get a refund and a pair of glasses as well. Because that $15 voucher just gonna sit there. I'm sorry, because that's what an incentive for you to want to try and buy another pair of glasses, even though you haven't gotten your original pair in the first place.
I might have used it if they was like, it's like $40 off. I might.
Yeah, what's $15? $15 is possibly the tax, not including the shipping, because that's completely different.
Exactly.
Too.
This might cover my shipping, but to get to the actual grinding of the gears, because that was just the update. Spirit. I hate Spirit. I know Boogie, you was like, what? I thought that was it. No, that was just the update. I
was involved. I was like, let's get it.
Here's the actual grinding of the gears. Spirit Airlines. I hate Spirit Airlines. And it's partially my fault for booking my flight very late to Baltimore. It's my fault that I had to be on the cheese bus in the sky. It's my fault because my boy was like, yo, this is when the show is. And I was like, okay, cool. I got plenty of time. It's December 9th. I got so much time to book a ticket. Then time got up on me and I was like, you know what? Maybe I don't have so much time. Let's go in here and let's book these flights. So when you go to book a flight and it's like, you know what? It's a little too much that I want to spend to get to Baltimore on like Delta and American. So I got to take the cheese bus. Let's just do this. Let's do this. And I bought for the first time, I bought a travel book bag. Never had one of those. You guys should go out there and get a travel book bag. They are amazing. Packing cubes had those things too, and I was like, you know what?
This is you out here.
My packing load, Boogie. I'm trying to be more mature with the travel out here. So, let me backtrack though. Let's backtrack to what kind of led to me being so pissed off with Spirit. I have TSA pre-check. I enter my TSA pre-check information at the time of the booking like you're supposed to. Get to the airport. Do I have pre-check? No, it is somehow not on my ticket at all. Go to the little counter because get myself like 2.5 hours just in case anything happens. Like I said, we mature when it comes to flying. They're like, I don't know what's going on, Chief. I can't enter in your number on here. So I'm like, really? You can't enter.
The Spirit system got Spirit internet too that they can't access to. They can't put in your information. Come on, yo.
So I had to go through the regular line, and I'm like, this
not the regular.
This feels like hell. I'm like, ew, the pores. I'm like, I paid this fee, so I don't have to be here with you.
You and Jim Pop.
I'm like, what is going on here? Attica. I'm like, let me out of here.
Wait, not Attica.
And I feel like people can, they can hear, they can see it on my face. They're like,
the despair.
He's traveling. Why does he have this shuffled look on his face? And it's like, because I'm here in the regular line. I'm not supposed to be here.
They all look like that too. Yeah, you're not supposed to be here. Not me. Well, me neither. I'm not
like, And I get to the front and I see a TSA agent. And I'm like, yo, I got all my paperwork. Here, my little card. She's like, yeah, you got global entry. Even she's looking like, why are you in this line? And I'm like, can you scan? She scans my card. My card goes into the machine. And it's like, of course, I'm thinking there's gonna be a little beep beep. There's no beeps or anything to be like, yeah, you could go right through. So I'm like, ma'am, why are you scanning my card? What is your point of scanning this? And too, I think she just wanted to be like, you know what? Let's just go through the motions to ease him on his travel day. So she's like, you're still not gonna work. Had to take my Crocs off and everything. So I'm like, oh, this is just terrible. Get through all this stuff. So of course, there's a delay. I'm like, why is there a delay? Everything is supposed to be on time. Spirit, why are we having a delay here? So of course, we're at gate D12. We're moving this to gate D35. I'm like, why do y'all do this? So they move us, move them. Everybody just in a, what is going on? Get to the regular gate that you're supposed to be at. It's a wait. It's a wait. So this wait causes me to miss my connecting flight in Atlanta. And you've been to Atlanta Hartsfield Airport, Boogie, the worst airport on the goddamn planet.
It's just airport. It's just unnecessarily confusing for no reason.
That whoever made that airport was like, how can we make them miss their flights even more? Let's do that. Let's do it times 10.
Right. Let's find the best way to have everyone miss their flight.
So, of course, because of the delay in Detroit, we get to Atlanta. Everything is like, oh, yeah, you kind of. What's crazy is we're landing like, we'll be able to let you guys out as soon as this plane departs from the gate. The plane departing from the gate was the plane I was supposed to be on. I was like,
and if you look to the right of you guys, for the ones that are going to the connecting flight, that's your plane.
For those of you going to Baltimore, there's your flight right there. So, of course, you get off and you're just like, okay, let me run to the customer service kiosk, the smallest customer service kiosk that you would miss it. No one will ever see this kiosk. I'm like, you guys did this on purpose. So, of course, it's like, I need to get to Baltimore tonight. How can I get to Baltimore? And they're like, yeah, you can't. It's like, but there is a flight to Philly, but we kind of gave the last 2 seats away. And I was like, so why are you telling me this? If you've given away the last flights to Philly, why are you telling me this? So I'm like, so what can you do for me? There was a woman who was in front of me. She's, I got to get to Baltimore now. And I was like, ooh, much like me. She was like, well, we can fly you to New York. She's like, that's not Baltimore. That's not going to work. And I was like, ooh. My anxiety. I'm starting to realize that I might not make it to Baltimore. So she was like, you know what? I'm gonna hook you guys up. I'm gonna give you a flight to Philly the next morning. I was like, okay, cool. So what about in the meantime? Because I don't want to stay in the Atlanta airport. So you know what? I got you. Gave us a little hotel and everything. Got a little food credit. Put us on the next flight to Philly the next morning. So of course, I'm like, okay, still got to get from Philly to Baltimore.
Right.
Had to take a train. I was very disappointed because it was very early in the morning. And I was like, how come there ain't no breakfast Phillies? It's Philadelphia. There should be some breakfast Philly cheesesteaks. There weren't any. So I was very disappointed. Very disappointed. I take again, went through Delaware.
You want heartburn at 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning?
Come on, Boogie. You've seen me. You've partied with me. We've ate together, Boogie.
Okay.
I kind of throw caution to the wind sometimes.
All right.
Like 95% of the time, it's like I'm gonna pop a Tums and we're gonna see what happens.
Make it work.
So go through Delaware. And let me tell you, if you take that train from Philly going through Delaware to Baltimore, it's a little sketchy sometimes. You look on the right side, it's like, whoa, a bomb went off. You look on the left side, and it's like, ooh, damn. Green pastures, nice little skies. I was like, oh, this is Delaware. I was like, I see why y'all say what y'all say about Delaware. Needless to say, it was travel day from hell. It was planes, trains, literally automobiles to get from Detroit to goddamn Baltimore. And I was like, ugh. And for them to give a $50 flight credit, just for them to be like, you know what we're gonna do for you? $50. I was like, what about the train I had to pay for? It was like $50. So I hate y'all. $50.
That's all you got.
I gotta go to Philadelphia in February. I'm booking my flight next week, so I don't have to go through the cheese bus in the sky. ever again. Oh, and get this, Boogie, because I have my travel book bag, right? I made it through every flight, not having to pay a goddamn baggage fee. I was like, my bag fits in the upper bin, but you know, on Spirit, if you're not in zone 1, you don't get to bring a carry-on bag. You have to have a personal freaking bag. It is crazy. The same lady that let me get on in Atlanta to Philly when I got back to Atlanta and was trying to get to Detroit, she was like, nah, $99 at this gate. And I was like, you let me on yesterday. You looked in my face and said I was good. How quickly you have forgotten. And I'm at the front. And the one dude was like, yeah, see, if it had been me, bro, I would let you slide, but that'd be 99. And I was like, give me my goddamn ticket. Give me my goddamn ticket. Let me get on this plane. I am ready to get back to Detroit. It was just a nightmare of traveling. And I brought it on myself because I chose to fly cheese bus in the sky. So, you know.
Sorry to hear that, man. That is I have experienced going on Spirit, and I too will never venture in that direction whatsoever. Yeah, it's again, I respect and I understand why people travel with Spirit.
Yep.
You have to have a mindset of I ain't got shit else to do. I'm going,
That's true.
I'm going to allow them to waste my time, and and I'm okay with that. That's how you have to put it in your head. Sometimes people are like, you know what? Let's see how it goes. You know.
Spirit is only okay. I got a quick flight to Vegas, Miami. Okay, cool. I will sit out them little funky 2 hours, but in the big seats, I got to be in the big seats or exit row. Those are then luckily these seats were exit row seats on Spirit, so I didn't really have too many complaints. But those are the only times I'm gonna fly Spirit, exit row or the big seats. You know, outside of that, I'm just not doing it. And what's crazy is you hit me up when I was in Philly. You was like, I just rode through Baltimore on my way to DC. I thought about you. And I was like, yeah, I'm in Philly. And you was, what you doing in Philly? And I was like, man, if only you knew. If only you knew. Oh my God.
Man.
But Boogie, it's that time. Boogie! It's that time to shout out people who are doing dope things in the community.
I'm tipping my hat.
It's time to tip that hat. Who are you tipping your hat to today?
My tipping is going out to the entire NBA league. Those executives, Adam Silver, shout out to you for agreeing to indefinitely suspend Draymond Green for his heinous actions that he's been doing as of late. For those of you who don't know, Draymond Green is a basketball player who used to play on on the Golden State Warriors. In a recent game, this is what he told the press, that he was trying to sell a call by wailing his arms so the refs can call a foul. Now, if you look at it in real time and in slow-mo, anyone can tell that he was not being fouled. But he took it upon himself when I believe it was Sabonis, the player. Draymond was trying to gain position, and Sabonis put his hands on his back so he can start to defend, and your man's wailed his arms, and to me it looked like he intentionally turned to punch, not slap it, but punch him. Oh my God, come on. Draymond. Yeah. Yeah. Draymond. It's been an occurrence after incident after incident. Like, come on, yo. Ain't no more defending. I'm seeing so many correspondents just like, I don't know what to tell you, my man. It's like you are too old for this. And I love the fact that they were like, yeah, we're not gonna let the Golden State Warriors handle this. We need to go to the people, the big people aboard and the C-suite level that clearly have seen this, and they like, yeah, I can't do this no more. Let's get his ass out of here.
I was like, get Adam Silver on the bat phone. This was
Seriously.
a red phone call. Is what this was.
My God.
For a hot second, allow me just to put on my lawyer hat.
This is my tipping.
But you know, Boogie, you know that me being a 989 representative, me being someone from Saginaw, the same place as Draymond Green, you know, I got to step in and put my lawyer hat on and defend my bro.
Here we go.
I gotta do it. Like, was he possibly swatting a fruit fly that was around someone's drink? Because, you know, it'd be kind of close to the hardwood. Somebody had like a sex on the beach, you know, it was a little too fruity, and the gnats was just flying around all on the court. And Draymond was like, oh, it's gnats in my face. And just so happened that one of them gnats may or may not have allegedly been on Sabonis's face, and Draymond was like, you know what, bro? Let me help you get that gnat. Oops. You know, you ever been trying to like swat something and you just accidentally hit somebody? That's what that was.
This man Hadouken Sabonis in the face. Like, come on, yo. Like, no.
I mean, okay. Was it bad? Yes. We can all agree. Yes. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. But in the grand scheme of things, there have been people who have been on lives toting guns. There have been people who have went into the stands after fans. There have been tons of incidents on and or off the court, and people have not been suspended indefinitely.
Sure.
And some of these people have had lengthy track records the same as Draymond.
Sure.
People with drug issues, people have beat on women, all types of horrible things, and they have not been fined or suspended indefinitely.
Sure.
Give them 70 games. Give a man 70 games. Let them come back for the said playoffs if they make, because they're blowing that team up. That's what the suspension should be. Indefinitely, I think it's a stretch. He should get suspended though. I'm not mad at them offering up a suspension, because at some point in time, it's like, yeah, bro, we got so much game tape on you, bro, of just kicking people.
Yeah, At this point, yes, you are correct. There are players that have done other heinous things as well that did not get reprimanded as harshly as Draymond. But I will say, this is the first time that we've had a player who has consistently abused other players as often and publicly as it. Like, no one has done that. Draymond
this is also true.
Has choked out a player, has stumped on a player, has slapped a player in his nuts. LeBron. Like, do I need to go on? And the fact that he thinks that it's okay. Like, there's a clip going around where he gave a hard foul to Anthony Edwards, and Anthony Edwards was like, yo, don't foul me like that. And Draymond was like, fuck out of here. What you gonna do about it? AE was like, give me this ball. And he made a point.
Yo, AE went off though. He did go off. He's like, I can't beat you.
Right. Like, I'm not gonna beat you, but what I am gonna do is I'm gonna use my skills like what you're supposed to do and win the damn game.
AE made a calculated decision there. He was like, you know what? I can't whoop your ass, but I can put up like 45.
Yeah, that's it.
He's like, I saw what you did to Jordan Poole, and I'm not trying to have that happen to me, but I'm about to get these buckets on you. I get it. Yes. It's like, bro, calm down. If nothing else, when you retire, you could either be an analyst or you could join the WWF, WWE, whatever the Wrestling Federation is nowadays. You have a job there. You have a job. Borderline, you might even have a job in like the next Fast and Furious 20 or whatever, because
God,
you might be alongside The Rock drop kicking people. Like,
my God.
use your talents for good, bro. Like I said, suspend him, do what you gotta do, but not indefinitely. Because, like I said, there have been players who have done far worse. There's allegations out there on some players that are way worse. They just joking somebody up. You know what this is? Draymond, he was just born during the wrong time. Draymond should have been born during like that 80s and 90s NBA eras when it was okay to drop kick people. Like all those 80s, 90s players, like, what's wrong with this? That wasn't no foul. All those guys are like, Draymond is playing great basketball. I think there was a video of Rasheed Wallace talking about Draymond used to hang out at the Palace with all the Pistons because he was friends with one of the GM sons or whatever. So he was around all the goons. He was around ball don't lie era of Rasheed Wallace with them Pistons. So I can see why he might allegedly put hands on a couple
But
people.
don't put Rashid in here. This man, Rashid is number one. He has 25 technicals or more technicals or more time suspension than anybody, but only because he used to argue with refs.
You think they give him a trophy for that? They get a trophy for everything in the league. They should probably give you one.
I don't see why not. But yeah, tip my hat off to the NBA. Thank you for doing that, because man, I am tired of seeing him just bully ball and violate players left and right.
Free my man's, free Draymond. He gonna be back. He gonna be like, as soon as he come back, he gonna be playing. They're gonna announce him. It's gonna be first day out, T Grizzly. That's the song he's gonna come back to. He like, I'm still here, still standing. GS.
Who do you have for your tipping?
I am tipping my hat to my comedian brother, Desi Alexander. For those of you who are wondering why I was in Baltimore, we were shooting his first special. That's what we were out there for. Let me drop a bomb for him. His first special, it was 2 tapings. He killed it both times. So I was out there co-directing. Shout out to Photomatic. Shout out to Wayne. Shout out to Ty. Shout out to everyone that had something. Shout out to everyone that has something to do with making this special a possibility. My boy, he really went out there, blew it up, did his thing. Should be out right around Christmas time. So y'all go check that out. Run those numbers up for him. Because it's a good special, and I'm not just saying that because I had something to do with it. It really is good. And Boogie, a lot of comics, we don't say people are good unless they're good. So go listen, go watch it.
Oh, that's what's up.
So tip our hat to Desi, and you tip into the NBA for putting my homie down for hopefully what is not indefinitely. Hopefully he's back.
Oh God. Anyway,
you know what, Boogie? We're gonna give an update. We're gonna give an update in 2024. We're gonna be like, quick update for y'all. 80 games. 80. I'm calling it right now. 70, between 70 and 80. They're gonna meet. I'm saying at least 75. That's what I'm saying. Solid number 75.
He needs to sit out the season. That's just my preference. He needs to sit out the season.
Hey, we gonna see. We gonna see. But let's get to paying these bills, and we right back for news you can or can't use. Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm just over here polishing up my black watch. A lot of y'all know I'm an avid collector of watches. I got at least 9 of them things in my collection, and the one that I get the most compliments on has got to be my black watch. I got to tell y'all, black watches, they have really put a lot of time and detail into their product. I gotta tell you, from the watch face all the way down to the band made of genuine leather. I know it's genuine, but I like seeing genuine. They really have outdone themselves. So fellas, ladies, if you're looking to upgrade your watch style, definitely check out the good folks over there at Black Watches. They black owned. You know you want to support a black owned watch company. And because, they rocking with the podcast, they, hooked you guys up with a promo code. That's right, a promo code. They'll give you 20% off of your order when you head over to blackwatches.com. That's right, blackwatches.com, BLAK watches.com, and make sure you use that promo code late night WNA. Come on, support the Black Watches. Now back to the podcast. All right, it's time for news you can or can't use. We got to do a brief moment of silence. Andre Breyer passed away here at the age of 61 from lung cancer. I'm sure a lot of you have seen him on Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Homicide: Life on the Street. He's a phenomenal actor. So many people came out with tributes and talking about just how good of a stand-up dude he was, and just a good actor. So again, moment of silence for Andre Breyer. All right. Excuse me. Ooh, water got a little choked up there. First up for news you can or can't use. Normally during the holiday seasons, relationships can sometimes suffer and be a little friction sometimes. Sometimes you just want to get away from people. But Sheryl Lee Ralph has reported that her and her husband have decided that they were going to move in together after 15 years of marriage. I know some of you are like, what? They're married. They should have been living together. Well, not everyone decides to, live with their partner, and that is okay. Sometimes you have to do what works best for you. It says despite being married for 15 years, Sheryl Lee Ralph is finally moving in with her husband, Vincent. According to Radar Online, the two have been in a bi-coastal relationship, and an insider is spilling the tea as to what is entailed. Most of you know Sheryl works on Abbott Elementary, which is filmed out in LA. Yep. Vincent is he's a politician in Philadelphia. He regularly visits. Sheryl has decided that she's going to be moving to Philadelphia while she will still travel to go back for shooting Abbott and other productions. So, Boogie, how do you feel about bi-coastal relationships or people in relationships not being in the same household?
I mean, I don't have an issue with it. Listening and reading what Sheryl said, she said her husband has been in California maybe 25 times, but she's been in Philly. She goes to Philly every 2 weeks. So, they make it work because her money is in LA and his money is in Philly. So, granted, that 5 hours or so is rough, but
yeah, it can be.
They've been doing this for 20 years or so. So they got it down pat. So the fact that they are still strong and still together, communication is key, but I respect it just because it actually feels that to me sounds wonderful. Having because to me I feel like, all right, I'm gonna give you your own bedroom on top of your little man cave, but you need your own bedroom too, because you got a sleep schedule that might be a little different. You got to be up and out, right? You got to be up and out whenever. We might have three bedrooms, one for you, one for me, and one for us together. You know what I'm saying? That's just
this is our creative cohabitation space,
right? So I have no issues or qualms with it. The fact that that it's finally getting out is surprising to me because Sheryl Lee been married to your boy for a minute. So
for a nice little minute.
Yeah.
This is nothing more than a successful adult relationship. That's what this is.
Yeah.
And I think the reason why a lot of people online can't fathom this is because you're just not quite mature enough. You are just not quite mature enough to understand that people have different lifestyles, people have different jobs, and you can still make the marriage or the relationship work because you don't have to be married. It just happens that they are. People have these situations all the time. There are people who, I don't like LA. I live in New York. My spouse lives in LA, but they hate New York. And you find a way to meet in the middle. Okay, I'm gonna do the holiday here, do the holiday there. Or we just meet somewhere in the Midwest. That happens all the time. And if it works, it works. Here's the part that I have questions on though. If we've been kind of having my own little spots for 15 years now, the moving back in with someone, that's the part where I'm just like, whoa.
Yeah.
I like my spices labeled a certain way. You know, I like the milk on this shelf. I like this on that shelf. Toilet paper goes over, not under. And now you're moving back in. Now we have to just go back to the, oh, you like things this way. I like them. I think that might be a lot for my anxiety.
I also feel like they're technically have already moved in. It's just gonna base her life in Philly a little bit more. Just, settle in a little bit more in Philly. But I'm sure when she's filming, she's still
Oh
keeping
yeah.
the house. Like she's gonna be like, "I boo, going to LA for, a month."
Here for 6 months. Peace out.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, that's how most actors or whatever. If you're not primarily stationed in LA, you do have like your little apartment or whatever, just because you're not getting a hotel room for this amount of time. So you gotta
right,
have rent somewhere. And
right,
it's like, all right, cool. Now let me go back to the main cohabitation spot or
right.
whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay. So what you're saying is you feel like Cheryl probably already got a bag and a toothbrush over there. It's just like she don't
She
have
got more than
everything
a
over there.
bag. She got more than a bag of toothbrush. First of all, she's probably not, they're not moving her things in
That's
that
true.
house. I think what happens is they have multiple houses, okay? That's just what it is. They are at this point of their stage of their lives where she's like, all right, I'm gonna put my main wardrobe in Philly now.
There we
You know what I'm
go.
saying? That's moving in. All right. I'm gonna put my tchotchkes and whatnot. I'm gonna bring them with me for my nightly routine and stuff,
Do you feel like, okay, so if you're at that level where you have multiple houses, is it like, okay, so this is primarily the house where he stays at, is it we decorate this for both of us, or is it for the person who is here the most? Is it like, yeah, I'm a sports themed kind of guy, so this is all sports stuff, and it's like, no, this is still we have earth tones in here. How does that work?
That's a good question. I think a conversations definitely need to be had where you have to remind them like, yeah, I'm not here all the time, but when I'm here, I
I'm not
want
here,
it
but the dishes still better not be in that sink
right.
before I go to bed.
I know one thing, right? Yeah.
But I mean, hey, it works. It works for this is one of them things though where you live in Philadelphia. You live in Philly, so you can speak to this. Do you think that Cheryl get the short end of the stick? Granted, take away the fact that yes, she can hop on a plane anytime I go back to LA. If there's no airplanes, if there's none of these things that can make you get back to a warmer climate, who got the short end of the stick here in this move?
I think I don't know. That's a good question. Just because maybe she's tired of LA. That
The point.
separation
That
of
is a very
like
good point.
work, work life and work. Maybe she was like, man, I think I'm ready for that. I'm ready for that move to really separate the two. So if anything, I think Vincent got the short end of the stick because now Cheryl gonna be there a lot more
Oh yeah.
than what he's used to. He gonna be like, damn, what when you gotta go back and shoot your
Cheryl gonna be like, a breakfast cheesesteak. Really? Hey, this what we doing? This is what you was doing when I wasn't here?
Right, right,
He be like, you know what? When that strike over again?
right. What do you think? Who has the short end?
um
Who's getting the short end of the stick?
I've only been to Philly and I've only seen like the train station, so I really can't give
Yeah.
a good
They got money
I
though, so
can't say a
you
lot
have to
about
think about
Philly.
it that way. You have to think about it
This
that
is also
way.
true.
Yeah.
This is also true. Going based on what you said about Philly, some of my other friends say about Philly, um, I don't know. Okay, so LA, you got rude, you got the fakeness out there. I think the only thing about LA that the selling point is probably that weather. That weather is probably that selling point. People talk about how trash the food is in LA, the people, how expensive it is. At least in Philly, it's gonna be cheaper. You get you a semi-decent cheesesteak or chicken Philly. Here, those are pretty good. Okay. I feel like they both kind of win here. I don't think there's a short end of the stick here
Great.
because, okay, I'll put it this way. if we're looking at all the things that come with being in Philly, I'm so close to New York, New Jersey. There's so many things. To me, I feel like there's more you can do on the East Coast than you could do on the West Coast. It's just like once you leave LA, where are you going? Like Pasadena, where are you going? There's certain areas where I'm like, you can do things over there, but just to me, DC's on the East Coast. I feel like she could do more there. That's just me. But also, she's got money, so she can do whatever she wants.
That is true.
It's funny. Some people are like, and there goes the relationship. I was like, nah, if anything, this makes it that much stronger. Because if it gets a little bit too hectic, be like, you know what? I'm about to just go back to the crib in LA. You know, let me get a little bit of space, go on a couple auditions, and everything is all good. It's all gravy.
Yeah, I agree. Good luck, y'all.
Exactly. You know what? More people should do this. More people just live apart. Maybe y'all will be
just live apart.
Happier. Yo, we'll be right back for topic number 2.
Hey y'all, we're going to take a quick pause from this episode to tell you about our next sponsor, Rose Vogue Styling. Let Rose Vogue Styling help you change the way you see yourself. Their mission is to empower you to build your confidence and look fly while doing it. They offer personal styling, shopping, and closet auditing. They need to come to my closet because it's a hot ass mess, okay? They also have an online boutique store full of pieces that will give your outfit life and have you looking right. Pieces like earrings, that's what I have on now, right here, necklaces, purses, rings, just to name a few, okay? Right now, our subscribers, our listeners, our watchers, you can get 20% off when you use the code LATE NIGHT, okay? LATENITE. Go on over to their IG. It's Rose Vogue Styling, at Rose Vogue Styling. Easy. Everybody knows that, okay? Let Rose Vogue Styling style you for your next event, or simply just help you enhance the pieces that you already have in your closet. Wow. Style is a choice. Upgrade yours with Rose Vogue Styling. Again, you can get 20% off if you use our code LATE NIGHT, okay? LATENITE. Support a black business, okay? Support us. When you support them, you're supporting us, okay? Now let's get back to the show.
Topic number 2 is one of those ones that you wouldn't think would happen, but yet again, here we are talking about it. Because a 57-year-old woman shot herself in the butt while getting an MRI scan done.
In the butt?
In the butt. First of all, we know this is in America. This is clearly an American story because Americans, we love guns. We don't even have to ask. So what part of the world do you think this is happening in? Strictly America. It says, unfortunately, the machine's magnet snatched the gun from her, causing it to discharge. Her injury was said to be minor. I mean, if I'm going to accidentally shoot myself, at least I'm already in the hospital. I think this is the best place, the best case scenario. She shot herself in the best place. You know, it's like, okay, I actually shot myself, but now I'm also in the hospital. So there's no point in having to call an ambulance or anything. I'm already here. You already got my insurance paperwork. Go ahead and get me a nice little doctor and get this blood up out of me. Best case scenario for her.
I would say I'm lost for words, but I'm not surprised because at this point, you know, there are already those magnetic signs. There's signs everywhere. There are people there's posters in different establishments, you know, voicing their disdain of like letting people know, do not bring a gun in this establishment. And yet people feel the need. They are compelled. They have some type of relationship, longing, missing factor, I guess, with their pieces where they need to have them accompanied with them in every place they go. Like, maybe she forgot about the gun. I get it if you know she had a really big purse and she was just like, oh my bad, dog. I completely forgot. I put my little shooter in my purse.
Little
my
burn.
Right, my bad. But come on, y'all. You have it on your body while you get an MRI.
I just,
That's
who's
tough.
after you? Like,
That's tough.
who are you hiding from? That's what I want to know. And what did it say? She was like, well, let me go back. She was like, what, 57 years old? Like, ma'am, like
Yeah.
you shouldn't have ops at this point. Still, like all your ops should be retired by now. Like, come on, like if y'all still active, like in your 50s going into your 60s, like something wrong here. Like I just don't understand it. Like like you soon as you go to the hospital, it's like, yeah, no weapons. There's big signs everywhere that says that. Even before you get on the floor with the MRI machine, the door, that main door says,
Yes.
yeah, electronic equipment, magnetized equipment back here, cell phones. Any of these things can cause heart monitors to go off. It can even cause your monitor to go off. So leave this stuff over here. They tell you that. It's the fact that she was still like, you know what? They ain't say guns though. She was looking for a sign that specifically said what weapon it was. She was like, you know what?
Especially,
Get
and
a
it
list of it.
specifically says her name too.
You know, because I
Yeah.
just don't get it. Like,
Yeah.
if I'm that dangerous of a person to where I can't even get an MRI, you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of Pooh Shiesty when he was like, he can't go nowhere because he shot up everywhere he was. This reminds me of that.
Oh,
Maybe
wow.
Kathy she just that dangerous out here. She's just like, I got to have my piece on me. I got to be strapped when I'm getting this MRI. Like,
She's
I don't know
that
what these headaches
paranoid.
are.
Yeah, she's that paranoid.
Like it's just like, you know what? I feel like if your ops, you know what's crazy? You know what? Let's go back here. You know what? I could be mistaken, Boogie. This lady probably has some mob ties or something. You know, because remember, look at all the mob movies. They used to in the 80s, they used to actually get people in the hospital. Every movie, it was like, oh, put someone outside the door with a guard because we killing people in the hospital. So maybe she used to date one of the mob bosses from one of the families back in the day. Maybe she really was in that life. And she was like, I done seen Big Tony go out this way. And I'm not trying to go out the same way he went out. So I got to keep my blicky.
I just find it, I find it very, I don't know. I find it very sketchy for you to believe that you going to a preventative appointment to get an MRI. You think they are following your schedule to a T, that they're going to show up at a damn MRI appointment. Come on now. You got other troubles that you need to be worried about.
Have you ever had an MRI done before?
Yes.
You know, what did you choose the music when you were in there, or was it just like silent? Were you just like no music when you were in there?
It was, I think they had music on, but it was so damn loud. I was just, I could care less. I was just like, man, just do this already.
I was in there listening to Boogie Wonderland. I was like, oh my gosh, like this is the MRI. I'm just wondering what she was listening to when she shot herself. I'm just wondering, like, at what point, like, also I'm the person who pushes the button, like, was that a gunshot? Like, this probably has never happened. They're like, I've been doing MRIs for 35 years. I ain't never seen nobody shoot themselves. Like, this is one of those situations where it's like Americans really love guns entirely too much. Entirely too much. This is one of them ways also, if you are taking a gun into an MRI machine, I'm 99.9% certain you probably have a gun underneath your pillow. Your house is probably like John Wick's crib. You probably got guns under the floor mats. You got guns under couch cushions. It's like, Granny, why is there guns in the cookie jar? You just don't know. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, I'm over it.
It's a damn shame now. They're gonna have to you're gonna have to go through like TSA levels to go to the hospital now.
That's crazy.
That's what's gonna have to happen, because just leave your guns in the car. Leave it in the car. Like, come on, y'all.
We gotta find another way. We do.
If I am her insurance provider, I'm like, so what happened? You shot yourself in the butt? Claim denied. We're not, you got to get this. This is all out of pocket expenses here for you, ma'am. Like, no, we're not doing this. We are not doing this. But you know what? Honestly, Boogie, she should and or could have been a y'all niggas is tripping.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas tripping.
For those of you who are new to the pod, this is the segment where we like to talk about niggas who've been tripping. Boogie, who's been tripping for you this week?
For my y'all niggas is tripping, it has to go out to Lanisha Chantrice Henderson. She is a 26-year-old woman who was stopped by two tourists that after they saw her pouring gasoline on the property, recorded her, by the way, but then eventually stopped her. Henderson was charged with second-degree arson and interfering with the government property. She was taken to Grady detention for physiological evaluation and will be transferred to Fulton County Jail to be discharged. Listen, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Yes, mental health is real, and I'm glad that law enforcement will be giving her a psychological evaluation. But at this point, I feel like especially establishments, government establishments, government approved establishments, homes, like Muhammad Ali, like MLK, a number of our Black leaders, historians, we should have security, we should have cameras, we should have a lot of things in place so things like this will not happen. And it's sad, the fact that this was a Black woman. When I saw the video, I was like, damn. But
God damn you niggas.
but why do we have to keep going through this? Emmett Till's plaque
they get shot
to
up
this
every
day
year.
get shot up to this day. They did a bulletproof one, and they still found a way to to tarnish it in some way. Come on, Henderson, we know something is wrong. We get it. I hope you get the help you need, but sit your ass down somewhere.
It's just like if it was somebody else was trying to burn something up too. I was like, y'all pyrotechnics out here. Y'all got to just chill, man.
Yeah,
What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
What's wrong with y'all? You niggas are crazy.
I love that. Mine is borderline the same. It's so funny. There was a Michigan woman. She tried to steal $800 worth of items from Walmart during a shop with a cop event. We often talk about reading the room. Sometimes you gotta read the goddamn parking lot. Like that would have helped if she was just like, there's like 65 cop cars out here. Like, what is going on? This is probably not a good day to rob Walmart. It says a woman was arrested after attempting to steal from Walmart with 75 cops inside. It says on Saturday, December 2nd, troopers from the Brighton Post were participating in the Livingston County Shop with the Cop event at Walmart store near Howell. The Shop with the Cop event gives area children, through donations from local businesses, an opportunity to partner with a police officer and shop for themselves. During the event, a trooper participating in the event was notified by Walmart staff that a female was attempting to steal $727.86 worth of merchandise from the store. At the time, it says there were 75 cops that were present from different agencies across the state. Ironically, the suspect parked her vehicle next to all of the patrol vehicle officers that were participating. She was a 62-year-old lady. You just can't make this stuff up, man. I don't know. I don't know if criminals are getting smarter and or dumber. I don't know, but it's just like stop making the cops' job so easy. Like cut it out. Like this was the most easiest arrest ever. Like if you're gonna arrest me, I want the crime to be like, damn, we really had to work to get you. Not like, oh, I got you on aisle 10. Like, come on. Like, Jesus, do better, y'all. Like, do better. I just want people just think these crimes out just a little bit more. Like, come on. Ain't no way you're getting away from 75 cops. Like, come on, man.
She something was definitely up. Yeah, I feel like she kind of needed that money right then and there. Like it, cause ain't no way you scoping out a Walmart or just any premise and was like, you know what? After seeing 75 cops, cop cars, all the cop cars, even one cop car, and still decide, you know what I mean? I think I'm gonna go ahead and take my chances.
I'm still gonna rob $727 worth of stuff. Like, oh my God, like, what are you doing? Like, what do you think? And you parked right beside. So even if you got out, you still gotta go to your car, which is surrounded by cop cars. You can't make this stuff up, man. It's like, come on. Again, let you say, like, man, sit your ass down. Like, stop it. I really want criminals to do better. Like back in my day, when people were doing, criminal activities, they weren't making it so easy. Like, cut it out. I do have an honorable mention though. I should have did this one weeks ago, but I forgot. And we also weren't here. Florida's governor, Ron DeSantis, he has asked for $1 million from the Florida legislation budget to sue the college football playoff committee. And I'm going to say this is probably the first time I will ever agree with the Satanist, but he ain't wrong. He is not wrong. I mean, you probably are wrong for using $1 million worth of Florida's budget to sue the college football playoffs. I mean, I'm sure they could probably use that $1 million for, other things in Florida, but he's not wrong. They were snubbed. You can't be a 13-0 or 12-0 team and not get into the playoffs. Don't care if you're starting quarterback. Don't care if you're second string quarterback. I don't care if your whole starting lineup is no longer able to play. They won. They won all their games. They deserve to be there. It is what it is. But also, my team got in. As you can see from what I'm wearing, Michigan got in. Okay. So I'm not really that worried. I'm not really that worried about them. He ain't wrong, but at the same time, my team got in. So, hey, y'all niggas are tripping.
They are tripping.
Let's get to this final ad and we'll be right back with...
Hey, what's going on, y'all? A lot of y'all hit me up like, Nate, you super chill. You super laid back all the time. Brother, you gotta be on something. Well, y'all are right. I'm off them chummies edibles, and y'all know me. Y'all know I'm a smoker. I don't really mess with the eddies like that, because let's be real, a lot of them are hit or miss. There's either no juice or you're feeling like a zombie. The good folks over there at Chummies, well, they out here trying to change the edible game. And I gotta tell you, they got some phenomenal products. They sent me over some of their traditional edibles, and man, them things are hitting. But they don't only got edibles. They got juice. They got your gummies. They got your chocolate bars. Whatever you like, they got it. Y'all, do me a favor. Go over to their Instagram page. It's Chummies_edibles. And get yourself some good stuff. And when you're out there, filling up your cart, make sure you use that promo code 21Chummy. That's right. They rocking with the podcast, and because they rocking with us, they rocking with y'all. So they're going to take care of y'all by giving y'all 10% off of your first order. So again, use that promo code 21Chummy to get 10% off your edibles. All right, y'all, let's get back to the podcast.
It's the final topic. It's the final topic.
Boogie, movies and TV has fried our brains. Nearly half of men think they can safely land a plane.
God.
An emergency survey finds. It says it's the formula for a box office thriller. The airplane pilots become incapacitated and flight attendants ask passengers if anyone can land the plane. It's a dramatic scenario on the big screen. But what about in real life? Can the average person with no previous training land a plane? There's quite a few, according to a poll by YouGov think it's doable. A survey in January shows 1/3 of adult Americans think they can safely land an airliner with the help of air traffic control. And it says, and the confidence rate climbed to nearly 50% among male respondents. Okay. I'm trying to get to more of this. It says veteran pilot, FAA flight instructor, and chief transportation correspondent for Newstar WJZW gives her thoughts. It depends. With the guidance of the right air traffic control, the likelihood of landing safely enough is possible. Bueller says it may not be pretty, and the results may be in damage to the aircraft, but it can be done. But a lot have to go right. So what says you, Boogie? How do you feel about 50% of men thinking they can land a plane in an emergency situation?
I mean, the confidence is there. This is why I tell women all the time to lean into your arrogance, lean into your confidence, be angry. I mean, not be angry, but you know what I'm saying? Be rude, I should say. Be rude to these dudes because their confidence is on another level.
It really is.
Their imagination of things that they can accomplish is on another stratosphere that it makes sense. I'm not surprised whatsoever. More than 50% to me of men feel like this is why we see those news outlets with like a gentleman just got arrested for handling a tractor trailer after putting on his resume that he could do that, like, or the truck drivers that have crushed a truck trying to go under a viaduct because they are confident enough into measuring by eyeball level, thinking that they can you know what? I think I can do that. Yeah. This is those men right there. That's it.
You know what? When you said, you know what this is? This is those stories when you're like, Daredevil died at 85th floor. these are those stories.
If I just watched, this is fresh in my mind. I just watched The Other Guys. In the beginning, part of the movie, you have Samuel L. Jackson and The Rock. They are on top of a building after seeing some criminals go down a line wire or whatever, and they cut the wire. And they're like, head for the bushes? Let's head for the bushes. And they jump off a 20-story building, confident, because they knew they were going to make it. They were going to live.
Yep. That is top tier male confidence. So it says here, how to land a plane from an expert. It's not rocket science. Assuming the engine is running when the pilot becomes incapacitated and the throttle is set to maintain flight, a properly trimmed airplane will fly itself, Beeler says. It is inherently stable. It wants to fly. The plane should stay level, she adds, until the yoke is pulled or pushed to make the aircraft ascend or descend. Turning is as simple as gently moving the wheel or stick to the left or right. But things get complicated setting up for the landing. Bueller emphasizes it is imperative to know how to deploy the flaps. They help the plane come down while slowing down. The landing gear, too, must be deployed, and the pilot needs to know how to extend the landing gear with the proper handle. Once over the runway, the pilot needs to maintain a specified airspeed, flying the plane in a gentle descent to above a garage door height above the runway, letting the plane settle down a few more feet, then pulling the power off while leveling the plane. So after reading all that, I'm going to take my name out of the 50% that thinks they could have landed the plane, and we're gonna crash. I'm just gonna say we are gonna go down. I thought it'd be way more simple. You know, I've watched Die Hard like a million plus times. You know, I've seen a lot of put the thrusters on, pull back. I've seen a whole lot of that in movies, so I'm like, this can't be that difficult. I watched every episode of Tailspin. you know. So I'm like, this can't be that hard. But after reading that, I'm like, you know what? Give it to Captain Sully. I give it to Captain Sully. I don't know how he was able to land that plane on the water, because I would have been like, yeah, hope you guys have said your prayers. Kiss your butt goodbye. This is going to the upper room. Like, that would have been me. It's just like, I'm just, yeah.
You heard what I said, so
My male imagination, it does sometimes get out of control. Sometimes I'd be like, them intrusive thoughts. You'd be like, you know what? I could just Billy Blank your ass right now. You really be thinking like, what if I just suplexed you? Or sometimes you'd be driving, sometimes you'd be like, they did some real cool shit on Fast and the Furious. What if my car kind of hit this little ramp here into the little 360? We would probably land and keep going. Sometimes I feel like all guys have those thoughts. Like, what if I was snowboarding? Like, every time I see a snowboarding video, Boogie, I automatically assume I know how to snowboard. I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna book a trip to Aspen. Let's go out here. Let's do the goddamn thing. I'm like, how hard can it really be?
God.
I've seen Johnny Tsunami. I have seen all of these snowboard movies, and I probably would be the guy at the bottom of the avalanche. I probably would be that guy that's like, there was an avalanche in Boulder, Colorado. A bald brother tried to snowboard for the first time. That would be me. That would be me. Like,
You must have furniture half-assed made. If it's not done by a TaskRabbit, and if you decided to do it, you just got like that. Those are
my mind does wander.
okay.
It does. I'll be halfway through doing something. I'll be like, what would happen if I just parachuted out of this hot air balloon? I'll be thinking stuff like that sometimes.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, there goes the world. This is the world, ladies and gentlemen. 50% of these men are that confident. This is what we live in. This is what we have to live in.
It makes sense as to why guys die a lot younger, a lot sooner than women. It makes sense to why y'all live longer, because it's just like y'all be okay. When we say calculated risk, y'all be like, not gonna do that. We're like, we calculated it, and then we still take the risk. It makes sense. Like this totally makes sense here. Oh man, you know what? As we wind down this last episode of the new year, you know what? It is time to get into nothing blunt facts. Let me pull that up, because I got a doozy. I got a good one for you guys. Know what you're saying? What does nothing blunt facts mean? You know, it's that time of this pod where you might be like, yo, Nate's high. Them 80s is kind of hitting him right now. Or you might be like, yo, Nate, that was a gut punch. That was very, very blunt there. So here goes. Let me find it. The irony is that your light grows stronger the more you're willing to face the darkness. That's the fact, you know. Sometimes you just gotta turn the lights on. Sometimes y'all are in the dark. You in the dark. You gotta turn the lights on. You got to turn the lights. Remember we said earlier, you got to get out your own way. If you turn them lights on, you'll be able to get out your way. That's the fact. That is the fact. The nothing blunt fact for the year. Like, subscribe on all your podcast platforms, folks. The nothing blunt facts, they keep getting better and better. Boogie, they're gonna be so much more better in 2024. They're gonna be so much better in 2024.
I hope so.
You know what? That should be the thing. Let's just say in 2024, it should be 2024. That's what we should adopt. 2024, like fo. That's what we should do. Again, shout out to all the day ones. Like, subscribe on all your podcast platforms. Before we do get up out of here, though, we are looking for sponsors. We are not that there's anything wrong with the current sponsors. We're always looking for more sponsors. So if you love this podcast and you want to see your goods shouted out on this pod 2024, hit us up. Me and Boogie's information is there. I do have one more shout out. I know a lot of you have seen that lovely sign that is behind Boogie. Shout out to Custom Design Smith. You know, my boy hooked us up with these glorious signs. So thank you. If you guys are interested in having some sign work done, hit my boy up and he'll take care of you. I got to find some place to put this up. Because, you know, Boogie, you got your display properly. I got a lot of stuff behind me. So I got to figure this out. But it'll be up in 2024. What you got for the peoples?
As always, tell a friend to tell a friend that this is your favorite podcast and smash that bell so you can be notified as soon as our content drops. We thank you each and every time we record for all of the comments, likes, and just the love that we've been getting lately. So I appreciate it. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let's keep this shit going.
That's what Boogie said. Let's keep this She Is Naive going in 2024 and then some. I got nothing else for you guys. I do want to say, again, thank you guys for tuning in to your favorite late night podcast that we sometimes shoot during the day. We're about to be off for like 2 weeks. So if you guys want to tune in, you know, go back and listen to some of them previous episodes.
Yeah.
Run up the numbers on some of them previous episodes. Tell us what your favorite episode is that you guys, you know, like throughout the years. Let us know. Yeah. I'm Nate Galloway.
I'm Adrian Brandeater.
And this is the final episode of the year for Late Night.